Does something look a bit different? If you can't tell, I'm finally using the camcorder I got for Christmas. And just like last time, it died on me when I went to go use it. So apparently I need to keep this in the charger when I'm not using it. Anyway, let's get started. If you can't tell from the title of this video, I am going over my 2018 goals. I am so excited. I have been waiting to do these since like towards the end of last year. Strangely enough, it wasn't until the end of last year that I was ready to talk about them. Normally, like earlier in the year, I'm like, oh my gosh, I know exactly what I want to do next year. And then I'm like, just like, I'm gonna tell everybody now. This year, nope, it was kind enough to wait until the end of December to actually like come forth. So what are those goals? What are the plans? What am I doing? What are my resolutions? My resolution is no resolution. My goals, however, are plentiful. Yeah, they're plentiful to me, at least. So what is 2018 focusing on, you may ask me? Let's start with Trainer Kelly's network. Obviously. I mean, if you're here on my YouTube channel, then you kind of have to, like, you're probably here for Trainer Kelly's Network. Even my YouTube channel's named Trainer Kelly's Network. Like, come on. So yes, Trainer Kelly's Network. The first thing that I want to talk about is actually my online shop. I will be slashing the prices to all my third-party items, and I think 2 of my first party. The exact details I'm not going to reveal yet, however I will reveal them once I roll them out. I'm also aiming to add a couple more products to my online shop just because they're really cool and I kind of want some. I'm also going to try and see if I can figure out how to do a mix and match thing for like the smaller trinkets, so like you can buy like a pin, a keychain, or like a magnet and have it all be $7, because for 3 of the same picture, it's $7. I want to like so you can like mix and match them, and you can mix and match the characters and stuff like that instead of having like 1 of every character. And by 1 of every character, I mean 1 of that one, like 3 of that one character. That's what I mean. Yeah, that's what I mean. I'm also aiming to make $5,000 through my online shop. Some of that is up to me. I need to be the one to push it and advertise it and let people know it's out there. But some of it too is also you. Like if you're watching this video, if you're reading my vlogs and stuff like that, you are a part of making that $5,000 happen. And that $5,000 does not include whatever ends up getting taken out. $5,000 is just the leftover profit. So yeah, that's I think that's it for the online shop goals. In terms of the Trainer Kelly's Network website, I am in the process, as you should know if you've watched my previous videos, I'm in the process of actually making newer, prettier looking layouts that I think will be easier for people to navigate in the long run. So those will still be coming. They should be uploaded as I upload content. And yeah, let's get to the content, because that's what you really want from me. Trainer Kelly's Network isn't really a network or anything like that without its content. And I know that in the past I've been really bad at it, but this year I'm making it different. This year, I'm just doing it. For Trainer Kelly's Network, I'm going to do 100 general illustrations. This just means that when I do these illustrations, they're not based off of previous stories of any format. They are just illustrations for the sake of illustrations. I've been meaning to do some of those because I need them for like when I do advertisements and stuff like that for Trainer Kelly's Network. I just like to have a variety, and right now I don't have a variety. I'm going to be writing 200 short stories this year. These 200 short stories will cover all 3 worlds that I have revealed so far, and maybe a few of them I haven't. I'm going to make sure that I have a 1.5 years worth of comics for all of my comics. All of them. So that includes Make Me a Model, The Birth of Death, SM, Nightmarish Glimpse, Nick Marion's Day, Fairy's Day, and I think that's it. Yeah, I think that's it. Unless I do the replacement for Fairy Glimpse, then that will also be included. But the ones that I have already started work on in some way will be continued, and they will have a year and a half's worth of comics completed. Okay? Okay. In addition to the 100 general illustrations, I will be doing additional required illustrations. The required illustrations include things like artwork exclusively made for the website, making non-chibi versions of the chibi artwork that you see on my online shop and as part of the character biographies, and anything additional that I may not know right now. Unfortunately, I do not have like a set goal for all of those required illustrations. They'll be done as needed. Yes, let's continue. In addition to all those wonderful Trainer Kelly's Network content, I am also going to be attempting to post on YouTube once a month, which, to be honest, if I'm creating at a consistent rate, there should be enough content for at least one video. I'm also going to aim for 500 subscribers on my YouTube channel and 1,000 followers on my social media pages. How I'm gonna do either one of those, I'm honestly not quite sure, but I like to believe advertising and giveaways help with that. Not sure if I'm gonna do a giveaway on YouTube, so don't get too excited. But social media pages, oh yeah. Yeah. I realized, additionally, to literally everything else with Trainer Kelly's Network, I'm also going to be trying to get into a type of schedule. One of the things that I kind of noticed among people who are like self-employed, it does seem that having some type of like set sort of schedule and some sort of routine really helps. I think I need that for Trainer Kelly's Network, so that's what I'm gonna do. Friday to Monday will be focused exclusively, or almost exclusively, on whatever my main project is, and maybe a few little things. For my Trainer Kelly's Network scheduling, I have decided that Friday to Monday will be focused on whatever the main project is. Whether it's a comic or updating my website or a short story, whatever, that will get my attention on those days and take up most hours. On Tuesdays, I will be doing required business stuff, whatever that may be. That may be adding receipts into a ledger, paying taxes, dropping off packages for the online shop that I'm gonna make $5,000 in profit from, right, you guys, right? You know, the place where you can get this lovely Kelly the Dreamer printed out over t-shirt that hopefully sooner than later will have a drop in price, but probably by not that much because these shirts are really expensive to make. But yes, so I will be doing all that on Tuesdays, and on Tuesdays I will be blogging. And by blogging, I mean rambling. I'm gonna be rambling on rambles. Or at least setting up rambles to post at a later date. On Wednesdays, I'm going to have that as my illustration day. I'm gonna divide the day between necessary illustrations, the ones that are required for projects like the website and whatever, and the general illustrations. These illustrations do not include comics unless I'm doing something like a comic cover. On Thursdays, I am going to record videos like this, assuming I have videos to record. If I don't have any videos to record, then I'll just, work on videos. And if not, then it will default to whatever I'm doing Friday through Monday. In fact, if I don't have anything for Wednesday, which actually, let's be honest here, I probably have plenty for Wednesday. But if I don't have really anything Tuesday, then it also defaults to the Friday to Monday schedule. Because I do have a transitional place that I go to several times a week, I do have to work around that. So I pretty much will be waking up about 2 hours before I normally would wake up to go into this place into WG. Call it this place. I already told you guys to me. But yes, I will be waking up about 2 hours earlier from when I get up now, to work on TrainerKelly's network. After WG, I'll continue working on it for an additional 2 hours, and then I will spend the last 2 hours of 1 hour will be dedicated to just me, so I can do whatever I want for me. And then that last hour, or probably will be 2 hours, knowing how things go, will be dedicated to spending it with my wonderful husband, who is usually kind enough to edit the audio to my videos, so hopefully he's doing that with this one too, otherwise I was gonna say. So I told you all about TrainerKelly's network, so what am I gonna do personally? What are my personal goals? Like, what do I want to do just for me? I know technically you could say TrainerKelly's network is just for me, but that is such a larger goal. The ones that are just for me are just much smaller and they're more personal, if that makes sense. I feel like that almost doesn't make, whatever. These are my personal goals that have nothing to do with TrainerKelly's network. The first one is to continue to have a better hold on my money and to have more money in my bank account. I want 500 consistently. I always want it consistent? Well, it's more constantly. Like, I want to maintain $500 in my checking, an additional $1,000 in my savings. On top of that too, my other my other debit card, my other bank account, I want to maintain $500 as well at all times. So anything above $500 I can spend, maybe, but it would be better to have even more, right? Right. As I achieve my money goals, I will reflect back and continue them. So, if I reach the 500 mark, I'll go, okay, fantastic. Now I want to, save 700 and then 1,000 or whatever. Same with all my other goals too. If I meet them beforehand, when I do some type of reflection, I will add additional goals because the other goal is already met. I'm also going to be continuing to correct my diet because that's what I really personally want to do. I want to eat smaller portions. I want to eat, honestly, way more greens, way more veggies, things that I actually don't normally eat. not that frequently, at least. But I really, really want to. So, I'm gonna be using the new kitchen scale that my mother kindly bought me, plus a chronometer to keep track of my nutrient intake, just to ensure that I'm getting what I need. In addition to eating better, I also want to dance more. And by that I mean I want to dance more para-para. If you don't know what para-para is, it is a synchronized dance from Japan that is danced at club events. It seemed to hit the height of its popularity during the 90s and into the early 2000s, but has died down since then, from my understanding. It's danced to a genre of music called Eurobeat, which I'm gonna probably say traditionally has been produced in Italy, sung in English, and released almost exclusively to Japan. Eurobeat itself has been featured in Initial D. I noticed too that a lot of people seem to be familiar with at least Running in the 90s, Deja Vu, Night of Fire. I feel like everyone's familiar with Night of Fire. I could have sworn Night of Fire used to play on the radio. Oh, and Boom Boom Dollar! I used to play that all the time on DDR. Oh my gosh. Oh yeah, I know. Para is not, I repeat, is not DDR for your hands. Okay, fantastic. So yes, I want to learn more para routines. And the reason behind this is that my friends host a para event called Higher Illusion in New York City, and I like to go. However, the last couple of times I've gone, I felt very discouraged because I don't know like a lot of the dances. Yes, I've been dancing for like 11 years, but I still probably know less than like 200 maybe. So I really want to learn more thanks to them. But also too, it's just to get some exercise, like just to move around. No, par probably isn't like the most, like, you know, super best workout, but my goal isn't, you know, isn't toning or slimming or any of that. It's literally just to move. That's it. Like, I just want to move around. So that's why I'm gonna be dancing par, because let's also be honest too, there's not really a way that I'm gonna do anything else. I am considering adding in stretches just because I do currently work in retail and I sit on my computer all the time. But other than that, I want to dance para. Yeah. So during my personal time, when I'm not working on Trainer Kelly's network projects and I'm not at WG, I really want to get back into Japanese because I really hate how rusty I am. I'm really not happy with that at all. I also want to get back to a Pokemon fanfiction that I've been essentially writing and rewriting since I was in like 5th grade. I mean, technically 4th, that's really when it started, but the current version the current version I started in 2006. But like the concept of like the current version started when I was in like 5th grade. So I would like to get back to that. I also want to read 50 books this year. I don't care if they're novels or they're manga, if they're fiction or non-fiction. I want to read 50 books this year. I'll be honest, I kind of want to play a bit more video games and actually finish them. I can't remember the last time when I finished a video game. Oh my gosh. But yes, I want to get back to playing video games, especially having some video game vacations. I guess ultimately you can say that really my goal is to just be much more balanced and happier and honestly productive. Really in all aspects, and that's really what I want to do. I just want more balance and happiness and productivity. So I guess you can say that I just really want to be much more balanced between my personal and, you know, get back to things that I love, but I have put off for way too long because I was more seriously trying to pursue Trainer Kelly's network. That I feel that it is time to start like re-adding them into my life. Personally, I'd really like my husband and I to have a home by the end of this year. Preferably earlier, but if not, by the end of this year. Ultimately, as I said before in actually another video I did for 2018, I, in general, want to be happier, more productive, and balanced in all aspects of my life. That is really important to me. So I'm gonna do that. And then there's one more thing. The Field of Torment. If you watched my, I think, 2017 in review video, I talked about the Field of Torment, which is just basically where in the back of my mind I'm screaming. It's an accumulation of other people's and my own thoughts, opinions, feelings, a whole bunch of things that I'm holding on to when they don't serve me or no longer serve me. Or, you know, they just irritated me for no reason. Also, too, it's because I have for the longest time considered everybody else authority over me, except for me. Like, I'm not really my own authority, but I'm changing that. I am my own authority. I am my own authority. Not anybody else. And while I think that definitely there's like considerations and stuff, the extent that I go is much further than, you know, taking something into consideration. It's like absolute destructive restriction, and it's terrible. So for this year, I am aiming to, I guess you could say, vanquish the Field of Torment. I do expect this to be a year-long process, but
I really want to get through like a good chunk of it in February because I don't want it to hold me back any longer. It's part of me too achieving my ultimate goal of being balanced, happy, and productive in all aspects of my life, all around. I can't really do that when you get the voices of other people in the back of your head trying to tell you to not. Even though you know they're wrong. Like, you know they're wrong, you've seen that they're wrong, but yet they don't bother you. I know, everyone deals with that, and sometimes it is really, really hard, so I'm working on vanquishing it, because that, to me, is necessary. But, yeah, I think that's it for, my 2018 goals. That's what I plan on doing. You can have a clearer, picture of what I'm doing with the ramble, which you can see the URL like right here, and read a bit more. Not that I think there's a whole lot for you to read. That's different from this video, but yes, go read that ramble, and I will see you in February. Woo!